So the next game we're playing at our TBGS weekend is Thunderbirds. But let me show you how we know what games we have. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Ta-da! See? There's our little window. Does it show there nicely, Jamie?
Second.
We can see we've got Hobbit,
Oh, it does.
Pandemic, and Thunderbirds. And now we want to get one of them out. And so, our little nifty game bag here, dunk, and we open this to this is what we call our drawbridge. See? And now we take out the game we want to play, and it happens to be right at the bottom, which is not a problem, because we just slide it out like that, put it there, close up our game bag, and we can go, off we go with our game bag. Well, it's all crunchy now because it's not full, but when it's filled up, it holds nicely. Should we put, I'm going to put the game we've just played back in here, and I'll show you. See, it can be done from this side too, obviously. And we've just played Quirky Circuits, and these are the games we hope to play this weekend at the TBGS board game weekend here at the cottage. But now Jamie, who's on the other side of the camera, is going to come and set up, because that's Jamie's thing. He sets up the games for us, aren't we spoiled? So he gets them all nicely set up for us, and he reads the rule book because he's the guy that keeps the rules. So I'm just going to take all the bits out. This Thunderbirds, when was this game produced? Do you know, Jamie?
No, I do not.
Well, I'll tell you, I love this game. It's a cooperative game. The cooperative board game. It says 50 years here. I wonder what they mean by that.
It's the 50th anniversary of the Thunderbirds TV show.
And here is it, and we hope Talia's going to join us for this game. Talia's busy making the breadsticks. Oh, I must tell you about the breadsticks. Hang on. Please pass me those breadstick jug over there, Jamie. I want to tell you about it. You see, you know how important snacks are at games, right? Well, we're trying to have healthy snacks. In fact, we're wanting to promote healthy snacks. So rather than eating non-healthy stuff, so Talia over there, won't you swing the camera over there to tell you while you just got up? There. Say hello. Hello. and what do you pick up one of your breadsticks out your tin?
Very, very hot.
Okay. See, look at that. Talia's making the breadsticks with our hot breadsticks. I mean, it doesn't get fresher than that, right? And then we can come back here. And look at this. These are cinnamon ones, and the ones that Talia's just done are
garlic and herbs.
But I want to see if the camera can get this. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't loud enough. They're crunchy, they're snappy.
Let me come snap one right there.
Yeah, let me come snap one right there. I snapped one in front of the... Oh, I can show you something else while you've got the camera there. And that's down here. If you can just go down here, if at all possible. Because you see what we do is we put a table next to the games table for the snacks. Talia, won't you pass me that other bowl of snacks if you don't mind? I want to put it here. I just want to show everybody that we put our snacks like so on a table next to the games table, so that we don't have crumbs and bits on the board. Says me holding a piece of breadstick with my hands. Okay, Jamie, you're going to come back now and set this game up for us. Should I tell them what it's about? Wow.
Yeah, except the
Thunderbirds, cooperative board game by Matt
that
Leacock.
isn't going to work. The breadsticks there.
Okay. Right. So this is how we normally do it. This is just when Jamie and I are playing. We choose a game, and then he sets it up while I read the behind the scenes. No, it's not called the behind the scenes. It's called the theme. So Thunderbirds is a cooperative board game by Matt Leacock. If you don't know who Matt Leacock is, well then you should know who Matt Leacock is. Very, very famous board game designer. I wonder, he must know he's famous.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, stand by, international rescue. When human life is in danger and all else fails, we must be ready to respond with lightning speed. Worldwide disasters are happening at every turn, and the evil schemes of the hood must be defeated. To stay ahead, we will need intelligence, determination, teamwork, and technology in the shape of our incredible Thunderbird machines and pod vehicles. The rescues will be risky and stretch our logistics to the limit. At all times, remember the code of international rescue. Never give in at any cost. So now, let me show you these lovely little minis. They're so much fun. Watch. You've got little guys that go inside the spots here. You know what I'm going to do, Jamie? I'm going to put them in, and then I'm going to take a photo with my phone. So do you know where? Won't you just get my phone for me, please? It's behind the bag there. See, here's the little guys. Thanks. Are you going to come play? Mm-hmm. So where are you going to sit? We'll have to move out. Select table.
No. That is going to be right in front of the camera.
There. All right, I'll move across this way. And you can pull in over there. So how many does this play up to?
4.
This is the hood, guys. I'll take a photo, don't worry. Look at this, isn't it fun? These are the machines. Please excuse the paint job. This was one of our first painting of minis.
It's cute.
We didn't do too well with it. They were just plain and we painted them. And that's how we got started with painting, actually. So there's a photo of the minis. Let me take a close-up of the hood. Oh, there you go. Okay, so tell you what we're going to do is we're going to have these various different ships.
They all start there.
And they all start in, what is this place called? It's got a name.
Tracy Island.
Tracy Island, that's right. People who know Thunderbirds, do you know Thunderbirds? It was a TV series about 100 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Tracy Island was
stop motion.
Doesn't this start here?
Oh yes, it does.
Stop motion.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was it stop motion? No, it wasn't stop motion. It was puppets. That's the puppets from the show.
Yeah, let me show them here.
I think they did a
And
reboot.
people who know the show, they'll know Scott Tracy, Alan Tracy, John Tracy, Virgil Tracy, Lady Penelope, and Gordon Tracy. And we're going to be one of these characters. You know, that's how it works. But Jamie will finish setting up. And this is Tracy Island. And we have certain objectives, don't we?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll wait for...
we'll have to read the rules because it's been a while since I
From 18 meters.
made this.
Yeah.
I don't know whose mug is who.
Hey, there's a little person left here.
Oh no, how can you leave one behind?
Oh, I don't know. They're all going to move just now anyway, so...
Okay.
I'll just have regular
Pigs.
tea, thanks,
Okay, you're
Talia.
supposed to colour match. So put the people in their right things. Green and green, pink and pink.
Okay.
Jamie, which tea would you like?
Joker, please.
Okay.
Okay, 1. The hood track. Separate the scheme cards and event cards into 5 different piles according to their backs. Scheme cards and event cards. Schemes, events. Okay, yeah. Scheme 1. 2s. 3s. 4. Events. Okay. Then
And there goes the power.
load shedding. So now we'll see how our camera does in
Low light.
low light. I might need to go change settings. Let me just go tweak and setting quickly. We'll just I'll just do that. Yeah. Okay, that'll be fine. So, shuffle each pile individually. Then
Talia, do you want to
place cards
be...
from these piles to match the diagram opposite? No, okay. Let's try. I think proceed.
Do you want to be
next level, page 11?
somebody who does air rescue, space rescue, or land rescue?
Use the game and whatever.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go with standard. So we go with scheme setup.
Space or air, one of the two.
There's an event over there. An event over there.
There's one air, one space, and one sea.
Alright, so events in all those spots. Okay, let's go over there. And scheme 1. And scheme 2. And a scheme 4 card. Okay. We won't use those ones. Turn over the first scheme card marked with a 1. Okay, so our first scheme is the hidden enemy. Let's take a photo of that. Then important, turn over first round. This will be the first scheme that you and your team will need to defeat. I don't know if we're supposed to do that. No, whatever. Put the hood figure on the space of the hood track. No.
Thank you.
Worldwide disasters unfold and must be averted before time runs out. Disaster cards are placed. Those are disaster cards. Are placed here when drawn from the disaster deck. If a disaster ever reaches the setup, separate the 8 hood advances cards, that's these, out of the disaster deck and set them aside. Shuffle the disaster cards, draw 3 cards randomly and place them on slots 1, 2 and 3 of the disaster track at the bottom of the board. 1, 2 and 3. Those are the disasters we have to avert.
So we're going to be going
Then
off on a
separate the
mission.
remaining disaster cards into 4 face-down piles of 9 cards each. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shuffle
there's the
2
hood ones
face-down
over there.
hood advances cards into each stack and then stack them. Okay, so we've got 2 of these into each of these.
Shuffle them in.
2, shuffle them in,
Right.
and then we'll stack them here.
Okay. Oh. Those are also nice and crispy.
Do you want to put one for Jamie? Oh,
Yeah.
no, he can reach.
Yeah, he can reach.
Okay, so we'll stack those there.
So what's happened now is we've put some... What has gone inside here? The hood.
Hood advances, that's what's going to advance this guy along.
And
So
then...
he's plotting and scheming and making bad stuff happen in the world. And we have to stop him doing so. And each time we draw one of those hood advances cards, he's going to move along here and trigger off bad
Should we
events.
make it easier and take one out of each one?
No. You make it easier depending on how you set this up. Okay, set up the disaster track.
Yeah, I did.
Done that. Thunderbird machines and pod vehicles. Put Thunderbirds 1, 2, and 4 on the South Pacific space on Tracy Island. 1, 2, and 4. Which is this one? This is
Oh, that's
2,
nice.
1, and 4. Okay, those start there.
Super crunchy. Crispy crunchy.
All that. Okay. Put Thunderbird 5 on geostationary orbit. Done
Got
that.
it. Good.
It only took about
If
5,
one of the
6
players
times
is playing
to
John,
try it out.
is anyone playing John, Tracy? Do we have John? No.
I'm playing
we do not
Gordon.
have John.
John is
You
sitting in the
Anna?
naughty corner.
And you
John
are
is out of
Scott.
commission this turn.
Oh, Scotty.
Put Thunderbird 3 in, otherwise put Thunderbird 3 on the South Pacific space. Okay, so that starts there. So if somebody's playing John, they start up there. Put Fab 1 in Europe, I think.
Europe,
Fab
normally.
1 on the Europe space, yes.
It's Penelope. Lady Penelope.
Lady Panamata.
Penelope. Penelope.
Penelope. Lady Penny, there you go.
Lady Pen. Put the 10 pod vehicles on the area marked Brains Notebook. Done that. With the blueprint side face up, move the mole onto Tracy Island. Okay, one of these, there's the mole. Put that up, and that's on Tracy
You
Island.
see, the mole is like a machine. Does things.
And turn the token over to show that this has been constructed and is ready for you to use. You can
Yay.
construct more pod vehicles by using gear tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Place the character pegs in the following Thunderbird machines. When putting a character into a machine, you can select any. Okay.
You see, look here,
white
blue.
and white, orange and orange, yeah.
This blue guy,
Color match.
who's Alan Tracy, who's a space
Okay.
rescuer fellow.
Cards
Astronaut.
goes
He's an
there.
astronaut. He goes in this
Sort
rocket.
bonus tokens there.
I'm Gordon, and I'm an aquanaut.
Okay, each player
A
gets
what?
that.
An
and
aquanaut.
that.
So I'm a sea rescue person, and I go down in my submarine.
Okay.
Give the dice to the player who most recently watched the Thunderbirds TV show.
Give the dice to that person.
Yeah, they will be the start player.
Well, now we've got a big problem. What do you do if nobody's ever watched the Thunderbirds?
Rock, paper, scissors.
You use your app.
You use your app. Oh, Jamie's got this nice app watch.
Okay, so
On the
play-
phone, eh?
Ding,
Hmm?
ding.
On the phone.
Okay, Thunderbirds, yes, that. Zzz.
Dunk.
Talia will start.
Oh.
There you go. Randomly picking. So it didn't matter that we never watched the TV series. The phone came to the rescue.
Okay, then the Thunderbird machines. How to play. In the Thunderbirds cooperative board game, everyone plays together as members of International Rescue. You are all on the same team and you will win or lose together, depending on how well you cooperate and coordinate your
You see?
resources. The game
Cooperative
itself
board
will
game.
play the role of your nemesis, the Hood.
Ooh.
The
Here's
object
Hood.
of the game is to defeat all of the Hood's schemes while averting disasters around the globe
We will do
before
it.
time runs out.
We will do it.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun.
Now, you know what I think? It's going to get darker and darker. So I
I'm going to
think
have to bust up the aperture.
you're going to get, we should get the aperture up.
Yeah.
By the way, for those that are watching, this is called load shedding in this country. Something we're very grateful for.
The government is kind enough
Yeah.
to
Yes, the
make us stop everything we're doing
Yes,
for
and
an hour
stop cooking, and don't feed the children tonight because there's no
Don't
power.
walk around in the dark. So wherever the power,
You learn.
wherever you were when the
Okay.
power went off, you stay and just relax.
Just relax. Because we have load shedding every day. Is that right?
But yeah, around about 2.5 hours every day, and that's the best case scenario.
At whatever time they decide. Today it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That load shedding, bonk, off goes the power, and so out comes the tripod. I mean, it's a C-stand to put up a light, and you'll see now. We're going to have light,
Oops.
battery light.
I'll set this up like so, I think.
And while Jamie's setting up the light, we can enjoy our tea.
And I will pause the recording.
So now I was talking about load shedding, and while I was talking about load shedding, we paused for some tea, because it's very important. And Jamie went off and he did some setup of the light. So now watch. Jamie, lights on. Ta-da! So when there's load shedding here, we
There you
just
are.
turn our lights on, our battery operated one. We'll show them the whole rig of how that is another time.
I'll take a picture and show them a whole rig of how that is
Oh, that's a good idea.
right now. We'll do it that way.
Here you go.
Boop.
Okay, and also just wanted to point out our loyal TBG who dyed her hair black for the weekend and put the red scarf on so she can be part of the colour palette for TBGS.
Yeah, of course. I got the memo that this is how I'm supposed to come, so where's yours? I shouldn't be allowed on the premises without this.
Well, this is my own colour here, and that's your own colour here. We better just tell them that you didn't really dye your hair. No, that's normal. Look, we've got black, brown, and blonde. Nice variety going here. Okay,
So we've read the how to play.
Yes.
Object of the game. If you defeat all 3 scheme cards on the hood track, 1, 2, 3 scheme cards, you and your fellow players win the game. You must defeat these schemes before the hood activates them by reaching a skull and crossbones space.
Hooey.
The hood track, on the hood track, and before any disaster card reaches the skull and crossbones space on the disaster track.
But there's 3 of these.
Yes. So we have to defeat that before he gets there.
Oh, I see.
If he gets there first, we lose.
And then we've got to defeat that
So
before
we've got to
he gets
defeat
there.
all 3 of these to win the game. If
okay.
he gets there before we've defeated that, we immediately lose.
Eesh.
If the disaster track builds up to that point, we immediately lose.
So these are the disasters we have to
Play
try
proceeds
resolve.
clockwise around the table, with each player taking turns until the game ends. Each player's turn consists of the following phases. Action phase, take up
Yeah,
to
we've got
3
it here.
actions and do any number of operations. Then draw a disaster. And then end of turn, pass the dice clockwise. Okay, so
So should we go?
shall we
Tell
go?
me, we need to know how the speed that our ship flies at. Who are you? You
I think I've
are
got a base
Scott.
speed of...
You are Scott and you are
I
Alan.
start
So
in Thunderbird 1.
this is Thunderbird 1. And what is...
Move up to your machine... here. Machine speed.
okay,
So Thunderbird 1 moves up to 3 spaces.
nice.
Is it up to or is it exactly? I think
And
it's
what
up
are
to.
you? You, Alan. What are you? Well, Thunderbird who? What? This
Yeah.
one. Jamie, there's one that starts... Look, this is Alan Tracy,
Yes.
who is on this ship.
Yes.
Didn't you say that a person
No,
on
if
the
somebody's
ship...
playing John Tracy, who's that one,
Oh, I see.
then this ship starts up there.
Okay, so nobody's playing John Tracy. Because
So the
John
ship
is
starts
just
down here.
there in the station.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start down there. And then I am Gordon. But before we go, look, you can move 3 spaces. Yes, and...
But this one, any of us can jump into any ship and move. We're not locked to the ship we
Okay.
start in.
Alright.
and
And
Gordon,
this orange one can only move on this orange track.
Okay.
Because
So
it's a
you
rocket
chose,
ship.
because you chose to be an astronaut, you see.
Oh.
So you're going to do space rescue, space missions. Mars, the moon, orbit, Venus, Mercury, the sun, and an asteroid belt. Right, and I am doing the sea rescue, so I'm going to go diving in my submarine at some point. Should I be this guy if he's only going to give me 1 move?
You
I
can jump
suppose?
into any
Oh,
vehicle,
yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so on your turn you can do your 3 actions, which are move, rescue, plan, or scan. And you can also do any number of operations. So operations are transfer characters between Thunderbirds that are in the same location. Load and unload. So to load and unload from Thunderbird 4, Fab 1 or any pod vehicles into and out of Thunderbird 2. So we can pop that out.
Look, and he can go for a ride in there.
And then Thunderbird 2 can pick that up. So
How
picking
cute
that
is
up and
that?
putting that down is a free action. And then you can carry that around. You can also carry up to 2 of these
Machines.
machines once we've got them.
You got
And you can also pick up Fab 1.
Lady Penelope. Got to write that down. Okay.
Okay, so we'll just park that over there.
All right.
Defeating schemes are free actions and using bonus tokens. So we've also got, is there another reference card? Yeah. We've got another reference card which is the different bonus tokens and how they work.
Here are the bonus tokens.
Then move, rescue. Okay, so I think that's the general gist of it. So we're going to move around and we're going to be attending to the disasters and trying to defeat the schemes. So to defeat the scheme, for this one, we have to be in South America and discard
Here we
2 of these blue
So we've got to collect those.
logistics tokens
How do we fetch them?
by
Yes,
averting disasters.
So here, this disaster, when we've averted this disaster, we get these 2 tokens.
Okay.
But to Operation Crash Drive, release the trapped crew of the Fire Flash and make sure that it will never crash again. So we need a Thunderbird
+2.
and Alan, if on Thunderbird. Who's got Alan?
I've got Alan.
So Thunderbird,
So I need to go on.
Okay, so you don't need. Okay, so how these work
yeah.
is you resolve this in the North Atlantic.
So you've got to be
North
here.
Atlantic over there. So you have to be there to do that. You need to roll a target number of 9.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to be rolling on these with these dice. So the highest you can roll here is 10.
Okay.
These here are bonuses. So if you have Thunderbird 1
right.
in the North Atlantic, when you try to avert this disaster, you get +2 to whatever you roll.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh.
And
If you
Alan,
ever roll the hood, boop, he moves forward one step.
Yeah, and if Alan is on Thunderbird 5, where's Thunderbird 5?
Thunderbird 5 is that one.
Oh, now how does Alan... Oh, so if Alan is here...
So you fly your rocket, and then you can hop into that.
Okay.
Does it always have to be somebody in the rocket to go somewhere?
Yes, it's
Okay.
one of your actions to move. You have to be in a ship to move it.
Okay.
You can't
So
move
yeah, I'm
unless you're
trying to
in a
work
ship.
out how we could do both those things can happen.
Somebody needs to be on Thunderbird 1
Yeah,
in the North Atlantic,
right. And then
while
somebody else
Alan is there.
and then
So
you
somebody
roll.
else, you or me, resolves that.
Okay. Right, that's the yellow one, and this is a different color, and it's got this thing here. It doesn't give it.
So the colours give you a general sense of what these are. So this is a sea rescue. So you have bonus things when doing sea rescues.
Add +3 to sea rescues when you roll.
Oh.
So
So
if you
Gordon's
automatically add +3. So all these extra things are just bonuses. They just
Okay.
help you to achieve that more easily.
And these that don't have dice roll numbers on them.
I think you just have to once you meet those requirements.
Race to Bolivia to prepare a crash
Yeah.
site for the damaged Telsats 5 space satellite. Ta-da! Spend an action to avert this disaster anytime Fab 1, Thunderbird 1 and Thunderbird 2 are all in South America.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you get all of those vehicles there, anyone can then just spend an action to avert that disaster.
Okay, so these are just going to
This one
have to discover them
is
as we go.
Spend an action to avert this disaster anytime 3 pod vehicles are in Asia. We only start with 1. And I can't remember how we draw a fab card, move a disaster, rescue. I don't remember how we get the pod vehicles. Maybe it's with events or something. Oh wait, what are these? Just go through the...
Technology. Construct 1 pod vehicle.
Okay, so you
So
spend
you use
those
that
to
and you get a
construct.
determination. Take an extra action. Intelligence, re-roll 1 die you just rolled.
Mhm.
Teamwork, add +2 to your dice roll total.
Mhm.
Logistics, draw 1 fab card. And wild, on a design.
On disaster cards.
Collect any 1 bonus token.
Okay, so if you see that on one of these cards, it gives you any token you want.
I'm just looking at what these do.
Various good things.
Okay, so when you get a fab card, add +3 to a space rescue. moved
So they're
it
like
to
they're
any- to
event
any
cards
region.
basically that
They
you hang
help
on
you.
to. And
Okay.
I don't know what FAB on, what that means. Don't know. It must have some meaning.
yeah, somebody who watches the TV show will know.
Okay, I'm an aquanaut. You're an astronaut. What are you? A pilot?
Pilot and command.
Oh, had to be 2 as well, huh?
Yes, Captain.
Okay, add +2 to air rescues when you roll. Once per turn, I may spend an action to draw a logistics. Yeah.
Oh,
Token
what is your
if I am in
special?
Thunderbird 1.
Once per turn, you may spend an action to draw that, which gives me an extra action if you are in Thunderbird 4, which is my actual
your
station.
level.
Yeah. And yours?
Once per turn, you may spend an action to draw if you are in.
This.
Yeah, draw the
+2.
that thingy. If you are in Thunderbird 3,
Okay.
add +2 to space rescues when you roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got space, you got C, you
Okay.
got
So we've got one sea
No, you've
rescue
got
thing,
sea.
so it makes sense for
Oh,
you to try go for that disaster probably.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it has to stay
I
here,
need to get to the North Atlantic. I'm going there. And my little ship
So is this
currently.
per action?
So now you
Like
could.
per-
Yeah, so movement is moving between the regions.
Okay.
So should we just start with you maybe?
Okay.
And we'll go around.
Take 3 actions and do any.
And we can
number.
use these little tokens here to just help you remember what needs to be resolved. So like this one here is in South America, so we can put a
So we gotta go
alert
there.
thing so we know this has to be dealt with in
And
South
we need
America.
2 of those things. And you get those. You
This
get the
is
intelligence.
North Atlantic.
You get logistics, Jamie. So you can focus.
I can actually, once per turn, I may spend an action to draw logistics. So I can
Yeah.
just draw
Yeah,
a logistics.
And
On
then
my
we-
next turn, I can draw another logistics and then fly to South America
Yeah.
and resolve that.
exactly. Okay.
So these things are in Asia, South America. So we've got 2 things in South America. We've got that and that.
And this one?
North Atlantic and Asia. So that's where our problems currently are.
So I think Gordon
You could,
needs
into
to hop
Thunderbird
into
1, yeah.
Thunderbird 1.
because then you get that bonus.
Is that an action to hop into another?
No, that is an operation. That's a free action.
Free action, okay.
Yeah.
Gordon's joining Scott over here. And we're going to go to the North Atlantic.
Okay, so move up to your machine's speed. So you
What is
can move
this?
up to 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And then, that was one action. And your second action, you can try resolve that.
Yes, that's what we'll do.
So you
Right.
roll the dice. And you
I
get
got 5.
plus...
6, 7, 8.
Oh, wait,
plus,
wait.
Add +3 to sea rescues. This is a sea rescue.
When you roll... Okay, so you don't have to be on Thunderbird 4. Okay.
No, but this is now giving me an extra one
Yeah.
if I'm in Thunderbird.
So 5, 6, 7, 8,
6, 7, 8,
9,
9.
10. Just.
We averted the release the track crew of the Fire Flash and make sure that it'll never crash again.
Well done.
Right, rescue, accomplished. Now what do we
Disaster
do?
averted, actually.
Deserter, disaster.
Deserter. Deserter averted.
Where does this disaster that I've diverted?
Just got by.
Unk.
And you get one of those.
And one of those, and one of those. For my
You
trouble.
could use that back here to...
Yeah, but we don't know which guys we need yet, so I'm going to hold on to that.
We just
until
need any
go.
3 though for this one.
Oh, okay. But let's... Now, what happens now?
Okay,
Don't
so
we
that was
replace
only...
that?
no, that only happens at the end of your
Round.
actions. Yeah, we'll draw a disaster card at the end. And these don't, so these will just keep moving like that. They don't
What?
slide backwards.
They get down to here and we got to keep them out of the way.
Okay, so that was action
Oh,
phase.
goodness.
You've done 2 actions. You've still got 1 action left.
Oh, I could fly somewhere else. Where do
You
we
fly
need to go?
somewhere else.
We need to do this. Where does that need to be?
South
Here.
America, but that could actually work out because then I can, on my turn, we can resolve that because you've got one of those.
Yeah.
I can get the other one and we can immediately.
Ba-bum.
So you can just end there. Okay, move, rescue, disaster, la 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 la.
Oh, draw a disaster card. Oh,
We're getting there.
do I have to do that every
At
time?
the end of your turn.
No.
Operations.
Yes.
Disaster phase. Draw a disaster card. After
There, you
doing
have to.
I mean, I thought it was going to be after the round.
no, after
that
doing
doesn't
all
look
the
like-
actions on your turn,
Oh,
you must draw the top card from the disaster draw pile. Dun
And
dun
pass the
dun.
attack of the alligator.
Ugh.
It's another sea rescue. Gordon will help.
can
Okay,
handle it.
Thunderbird 4. If I'm in Thunderbird 4, I will
Plus
get
three.
+3. And where does Virgil have to be? Does anybody have Virgil? No.
Remember,
Virgil.
it doesn't have to be.
What did you say?
Virgil. I think it's Virgil.
Yes, it's Virgil.
What did I say?
Virgil.
Must I put this here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay. If the card shows a disaster to be averted, advance all disaster cards on the disaster track forward 1 slot.
No.
Yes. I'm reading the rules. You can't argue. I'm literally doing what it says here.
No.
You're reading
If
it
the
wrong.
card shows a disaster to be averted, which it does, advance all disaster cards on the disaster track forward 1 slot.
So how come that one doesn't go forward as
Yeah.
well?
I don't
Then
think
place
so.
the new card face up on slot 1.
Oh,
So we
dear.
have to resolve these ones. We can't just keep on resolving the one that's in slot
Okay,
1.
so where does this one have to be?
If
Asia?
the players ever
South
allow
America?
a disaster card to advance to the slot marked with a skull and crossbones, time has run out for that disaster and you lose their game.
Okay, let's be careful.
Just like that.
Then you pass the turn, dice clockwise, and it's there.
Okay, Scott, Tracy,
Right.
off you go.
Well, you guys
Do your
resolve
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can solve that,
But then we've got to solve one of
which
these.
will be. I think resolving the schemes is free. That's not an action.
Okay.
So I can. We
'Cause you
need
don't
2 more
want-
pod vehicles of any type.
Any time 3 pod vehicles are in Asia, we've got to get.
We've got to get 3 pod vehicles and get them to Asia.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, that has moved. Oh, South America.
Whoa. Oh my
So we need to.
goodness.
We've
Ominous
already got
music.
1.
Yeah.
We already have 1.
Okay, so you need another
So you
2.
need, don't
So
you
we
want
need
to
to get 2 more, but we might as well resolve
Yes.
this while we can.
We're both there.
So I can spend 1 action to spend an action to draw logistics, if I'm in Thunderbird 1, which I am.
Well,
Then, this is a free action, we can discard our logistics
Haha.
and resolve that.
the hood.
Expose the Hood's plot to impersonate the captain and take control of the USN Sentinel.
Hood is
Ooh.
exposed.
He exposed his plot.
His
Exploded
scheme
it.
Yeah.
his scheme
It has
did
been
not
exploded.
work.
So
Well, that
that's
worked.
done.
Okay. Right, that's one. That
Or
was.
the table can eat it.
That was one. Yeah. Okay, that's one action
Yeah.
gone.
Sorry. I thought you wanted to take it out.
Okay, so that's that resolved. Doink.
Doink.
Can move back here for 2.
Okay.
3, I think I'll draw one of these,
And then we advance.
which will advance him. But we've bought ourselves time by resolving that.
Okay.
What does Fab do for you?
That is
Makes you fabulous.
long range walkie talkies.
Oh.
A single player may give 2 of their bonus tokens to 1 other player.
Okay, so you can keep hang on to that.
Okay, so we'll hang on to that until somebody's got more tokens. And that's the end of my turn.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Draw a disaster card. Atlantic Inferno.
Oh no.
Okay, that is in South Atlantic. South Atlantic is there. Ish. Okay, these all slide over. Brrr, brrr. Ding.
South Atlantic is also here, by the way. That's Africa.
Oh, that is South Atlantic. And pass dice.
Okay. Now what?
Right. 3. Alan, Tracy. What are you going to do?
What's this one?
This one, we've got to get these pods, but to get them, you've got to pay.
Get gears. So we need to resolve these, because these give us wilds.
These are both C, which I can do.
Problem is, next round is going to go there
Mm.
and there. It's getting closer and closer,
Yeah.
but I suppose there's nothing you can do about it. So how do I get gears?
by resolving these ones, because these give you wilds.
Okay.
So the only way to get these gears is to avert the disasters.
You've got to get a 10 for that one. That one's hard. This one you've got to get an 8. You've got to roll 8. And if you're on Thunderbird 4, you see, you don't add anything to sea. I add 3 to a sea rescue.
If you were Scott,
If you're on
plus
Thunderbird
3.
4, it's plus 2. If you're with Scott, it's plus 3. If in the South Pacific.
South
Which one is-
America.
Okay, this is number 3. Which one's number 4?
4 is the little
Oh, it's
one.
your little one.
So if somebody hops into that and goes to South America, because that's one space away,
Yeah.
then you get plus 3. You could take Virgil with you. Oh no, wait, you can only fit one person. Ooh, you could fly in that.
In the Thunderbird 4.
Yeah,
Take Virgil. Here.
fly to South America. Because then
Okay, so is this an action or?
that's all free stuff. Moving
Okay.
is an action.
So if I move here, that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then?
Then
What's
you've
it?
got Virgil and you've got Thunderbird 4 in South America. So that's plus 3, 4, 5. So you need to roll 5. So it's an action to roll the dice and try avert
And
the
get
disaster.
5. And you get 2
Or
hoods.
2 hoods.
Come on. Oh, come on.
That is so bad.
Oh wow. Dun-dum. And an event happens. Rocket malfunction. Well, you got out
Well, I'd
just in time.
say.
Thunderbird 3 has a top
See what
speed of
happens
1 until a character in its space discards a gear.
Oh
No,
my
no.
goodness.
Okay, so that stays in play until we resolve it. So this can only move one space at a time. Until we spend a gear there.
Oh,
But we need
no.
the gears for that. So Thunderbird 1 is...
That's the worst.
I mean, Thunderbird 3 is a little bit... And he moves again.
This is not good.
He's plotting and scheming.
And now that was 2 turns.
2 actions.
You got one more.
I think
Roll
I should
again.
end now.
Roll again.
Roll again.
I don't
You
want
can't roll any worse than that, so I mean... There you
Oh,
go.
yay.
8. Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8 plus that, yeah.
So
Done.
resolve.
Well done.
That was that one, yes.
Okay, so now
So
I
you're
get.
going to get a gear, or we're looking for gears because we've got to get
Yeah.
this to
So
get
a
that.
wild, which is a gear, and one of those.
That and one of these, which gives you plus 2 on a roll, which is quite handy.
Okay.
And then
Well,
this is achieved. Where does this
That
go?
was a roller
Just
coaster
got
ride.
by.
See what happens when you put an astronaut in a submarine. And you get all topsy turvy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, don't you move this down and
Baptism by fire.
Then we draw a disaster card, and if it's a disaster, which it is, we move all these down.
What do you mean if it's a disaster?
There
Sometimes
are
it could be
hood
a grade.
advances cards, which move
Oh.
them along.
this is an air rescue now.
Bolt
so-
from the blue. Okay. And you get bonuses. John plus 2, Gordon plus 2 if in Australia. Okay. This is in the Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean. Over there. Okay.
Calling
And
the
it's all
Indian
wild.
Ocean. calling.
Indian Ocean, come in. Are you still there?
Last call for Indian Ocean.
Oh. Okay. So, if it's your turn now, I can play this, which means Talia can give you those 2 tokens,
I can go to Tracy
and
Island
then you
and
can
get 2
make 2
things.
things. I
Okay.
think that's a free. No, sorry.
One.
No, hang on.
Hey.
You're not in that ship.
Excuse
You
me.
are here.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm here already. Yay.
Yeah. So that is discarded.
That's it.
Used our long-range
Now I'm
walkie-talkie.
going to get 2 of these.
Yeah,
We don't know which 2 to get.
just any 2. Yeah.
No, but we must think about it because I think
Well, we
sometimes
don't have
they...
any information with which to think about.
We'll get a mobile crane because that sounds helpful.
We'll just get 2 things we don't need, but we'll see.
And then we'll get a excavator.
Right.
Right, I've got my things.
Now,
Now this has to come here.
yep. Which you can't do unless you're in it. Oh, you have to discard those to do that.
Okay,
This might be a short game.
No. Spend an action to avert this over any.
Okay, so you could fly there and Thunderbird 1.
Yeah, that's 1.
Hop into the Thunderbird
Fly it back.
2 and fly back.
Two flies.
Then drop off Thunderbird 4. Pick up 2 of these. You can only carry 2 at a time, unfortunately.
And go to, where do we have to go?
Asia.
I've only done 1.
You've done 2 actions.
Yeah, but this can
1,
fly
2.
2 places.
Yeah.
It can fly
You can go
2.
1,
It's
2. But no. Not yet. That's only 2.
Not yet.
We need 3.
No, wait a minute. There's 3 here.
Yes, but
Here,
we can
what?
only carry. No, you can only carry 2 at a time.
So you got to drop it off.
You gotta
bring
drop
the
it
plane
off.
back.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Drop them off. You've got to build up lots of things to build a shelter at
No.
Kunlun.
Oh,
It takes a lot of
my
equipment to do
goodness
this. Build
me.
a super shelter to protect thousands affected by the devastating ice avalanche. So we need lots of vehicles over there to do that.
Well,
In
I should
Asia.
have chosen the right things then.
It doesn't matter what vehicles. It's question marks. Any 3 vehicles.
Yeah, but we're trying to build shelters. Supposing an excavator will
A
work.
mobile crane and a mole and an excavator are all useful things to
Yeah.
build shelters. So,
So is that the end of my things now?
yep.
Disaster
Okay,
card.
No.
Dun, 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 dun. Pit of peril.
Oh. Oh!
But wait a minute.
What?
Jazz hands.
I think I'm going to go lie down.
You're fine. Carry on.
I fly there. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
I can hop in there,
And then you can
1,
fly this
2.
1, 2. Pick up a thing.
pick up a thing.
Well, that's for nothing, for free. And then 1, 2.
Fly back.
No, you can. Where are
This
you?
happens as soon
Then
as we
she
do
can-
it. No, by Talia's turn we've lost.
It's yeah.
Oh,
He's got to resolve it. He's got to resolve it.
Unless we don't draw a disaster card.
Hey, I've got a +2.
We don't need that. This doesn't. This resolves immediately. Spend an action. Oh, spend an action. Oh, spend an action to avert this disaster anytime 3 pod vehicles are
No,
in
that's
danger.
not even nice. I don't think.
Okay, so I've got to fly. I have to try.
Is it possible?
Yeah, maybe. 1, 2, 3.
That's 1 action.
That's 1 action. Then I have to hop in here. We're all crowding into Thunderbird 2.
That's
and I
2
have to
actions.
fly back here. 1, 2. That's my second action. Pick that up for free.
3.
Fly back for my third action. 1, 2. Put it down. And then spend an
We
action.
have got 3.
Then I have to spend an action to do that.
So it's not resolved.
So I have to make
So we
sure
lose.
No,
I
no.
bring.
No.
We'll leave you and Thunderbird
Ellen.
4. Or should we leave Virgil?
Is it a space rescue? Oh no, never mind.
I'm just thinking, no, you need to be here so that on your turn you can resolve that. If
Okay.
we survive that long.
We
So
should-
I can either leave you and Thunderbird 4 on Tracy Island, or I can leave Virgil behind. I can't take all of us.
No. But there's so much space there. Just lie them down flat. Put the machinery
Let's
on
see
top
where
of
I
them.
need to be and how I need to be.
South America, yeah, so it makes sense for you to be there and then you can go
Yeah.
attend to that.
Spin an action to yeah, South America, yeah.
I didn't follow that, but okay.
Yeah, because then we're going to have to resolve this one.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. It's also South America, so it's alright.
So,
I'm right
okay.
there.
So I need
Okay,
to
so
be there.
now we have to draw this.
Breathe. Oh no. No!
The blizzard rolls in and everybody dies. Dun dun dun.
That must be the shortest Thunderbird game we've ever played. Because normally,
That was a really tough one to have right from the beginning.
exactly. I
Yo.
don't think it's right.
I agree, let's do it again. Now that I kind of know what's
Oh,
going
my.
on, let's do another one.
Okay, so reset and
Reset. I just
try a
want to
second time.
Oh,
get something.
goodness me.
Yes, we'll leave all of that. We'll discard that event and just put a new one there. We'll put a new scheme one over there.
No, it was one turn. One
Well, not really,
One
because then we
action.
had to resolve that one. We probably would have lost on the next round.